Ashley, that they are. Since the sun has gone down here in Wilson County, you get a sense of just how scary this tornado would have been rolling through in the pitch black in the early hours of this morning. This right here, this is Brian Barnes' home. He was the man who was killed here earlier today. He'd lived here his entire life up until his very last day. Tonight, this community remembering the man as they try to rebuild. The city of Raleigh isn't just bringing back vehicles here. They're also making sure those vehicles have been inspected within 30 days of the parade itself. You're also not going to be allowed to throw anything during the parade, so no beads or candies can be handed out. And to sit in the driver's seat for a parade float or vehicle, not only do you have to have a valid driver's license and registration, you have to be at least 25 years old. Again, we're still waiting for Senate Bill 153 to come up for a vote here in, oh, look, you can actually see it right now. You see that debate starting. Senate Bill 153 now up for debate in the Senate chamber. Right now, supplies are rolling into Hot Springs at all hours. We've got food here, we've got hygiene products, and we've got water. Where we're standing, this is Ocean Isle Beach Boulevard, and you can see tonight there's more than a foot of water over the lane as you're heading down to the beach. There's plenty left behind showing just how serious this crash was, including this sign right here. This is the school zone speed limit sign that would normally be sitting on the other side of Rock Quarry Road. Today, for so many people we talk to, it's almost about catharsis. It's hearing this decision, being so angry about it, so frustrated. You can hear that in their voices. I am on a Zamboni right now, Michelle. A lot of excitement, a lot of work to do, too, here at the Lenovo Center. The facilities crew, including Matt right here, who's driving, making sure the ice is nice and ready for the Canes to be right back here, right at home, as they face the Boston Bruins for the start of this homestand.
Eric, we can see you're wearing a mask. There's a potential problem with the air in that area.
Well, Deborah, that's because there is so much dust, so much mud left behind by this flood, and people really, at this point, don't know what's in it. It stings your eyes when you get out of your car. It has this really distinct and really unpleasant smell, and across this town, you'll see people in masks, in white Tyvek suits, trying to keep this mud off of themselves. Still, there is so much to do here in this town. People have no choice but to grab a shovel and dig in. From the air, it's unrecognizable. And from the ground, it's just a mess.
We have been shoveling, and it has just been shoveling mud nonstop.
Marshall, a town of less than 800 people, was inundated from end to end, from businesses to homes.
If you look around, you can see the water line is about 7 feet. We're about a foot from the ceiling here.
The flood twisted railroad tracks, toppled train cars, and tore some buildings, including the famous Depot music venue, from their foundations.
The Depot, it went down that side, wedged up on the bridge. I've got some pictures of what's left of it.
And left behind all across this town, wet, sopping mud up to 3 feet thick. Residents and organizers are now pushing to know what exactly is in the brown muck and dust.
We need clarity. We need to know what we're breathing. We need to know what's in the mud.
Marshall resident Amos McGregor has become an impromptu disaster coordinator, pointing volunteers with white Tyvek suits and respirators to the spots that need help most.
None of us were asked to do this. We just showed up and saw a need.
For people who live in and love this area, this work and this damage is taking a toll.
Just waves of emotion that still hit now. You'll be fine 1 second, and then the next second you just break down crying. It's crazy.
Ashley, that they are. Since the sun has gone down here in Wilson County, you get a sense of just how scary this tornado would have been rolling through in the pitch black in the early hours of this morning. This right here, this is Brian Barnes' home. He was the man who was killed here earlier today. He'd lived here his entire life up until his very last day. Tonight, this community remembering the man as they try to rebuild. On Lloyd Road, broken trees, broken homes, broken hearts.
I don't know what to say. I just start crying.
On a day when storms took so much from this Lucama community, from a historic church to a middle school, it's the life taken, the life of Brian Barnes, that hits hardest.
It's going to take a while to set in because it's hard to believe.
Neighbors like Norman Toller were the first on scene. He saw the tornado from his back porch.
I seen all the debris flying. I said, Lord, you know, I worked all my life with this stuff right here. Please don't take it. And I heard my buddy Brian's house So I jumped on my UTV and come down here.
At the scene, Toller and others found this shattered wreck, but no sign of their friend.
You see the devastation of the house. He could be anywhere.
Neighbors first searching surrounding fields before first responders homed in on what they believed to be the bedroom where they found Barnes.
He was fun. He was generous. He was a character.
I miss Brian because he was a very good man.
The tornado that hit Barnes' house also damaged 9 other homes, this historic church, and ripped the roof off Springfield Middle School, causing extensive damage to the 6th and 7th grade wings.
And a lot of memories of, good kids, good teachers in those wings.
Cleanup Thursday was already underway, with neighbors leaning on prayer to heal those broken hearts and broken homes.
We just cannot thank everybody for the calls and texts enough with prayers.
Just down from Barnes' house, the tornado ripped apart Elizabeth LaPierre's parents' and grandmother's homes. Her father was taken to the hospital, but nobody was seriously injured in either house.
You walk in that house and look at it, and you just want to cry when you walk in, and it is a complete miracle.
Kelly Carter goes to church with the family and organized the dozens of volunteers who were on the ground as soon as they had the okay from first responders, healing what's broken one limb at a time.
That says love, and that says we are here for you, and no matter what.
Now, Carter says she is going to be continuing to work trying to provide aid to this community, provide aid to members of her church, and there really is so much left to do here tonight. That includes down at Springfield Middle School, where, keep in mind, school is just a couple of weeks away. Still an open question what this is going to mean for the school year there. And another open question right down here at my feet, running around. You can see some of the cats that we have seen crawl out of this home over the course of this evening tonight. These kittens wondering where exactly they are going to go, like so many others in this neighborhood. In Wilson, Eric Miller, WRAL News. Gerald, it's that time of year, that busy summer tourist season that's kicking off right now. So many people out there grabbing those trail maps and heading to the woods. But when they get there, after these cuts, they may find a few surprises.
I think that's Christmas fern.
Knoxville natives Sherry Gibson and Marsha Lee call it their backyard.
Oh, look at the pretty one.
And what a backyard it is. From rollicking waterfalls to soaring vistas, Great Smoky Mountains National Park includes more than 522,000 acres, packed with more species of plants and animals than any national park in America. From showy turkeys to tiny butterflies.
I love peace and solitude, getting away from the city.
But in this ancient place, recent changes have been hard to miss.
When you come camping in the park and there's no one to help direct the traffic through Cades Cove, or the restrooms need attention, then that really affects me for sure.
Like national parks across America, Great Smoky Mountains has been hit by cuts from the Trump administration. The National Park Service declined to respond when asked by WRAL how many people are on the payroll at Great Smoky Mountains now compared to January 1st, but estimates put the figure at between 12 and 36 positions lost.
Makes me angry. Makes me sad. I hate to see it.
Phil Francis spent 4 decades with the National Park Service. He now serves as chair of the Coalition to Protect America's National Parks, an organization of former park employees that supports places like the Smoky Mountains.
We like to say that we've got over 50,000 years of experience.
Francis says the latest staff cuts are likely to impact the Smokies' 12 million annual visitors. Things like poor maintenance and trash collection and fewer first responders available during emergencies, a particular concern after 2 deaths on the nearby Blue Ridge Parkway earlier this year.
We could save more lives if we had more staff.
Cuts are being felt in other ways as well. Multiple current employees confirmed to WRAL that employee credit cards have charge limits of just $1, making it difficult to secure basic materials like printer ink in park offices. That's affecting morale. One current worker, who only agreed to be interviewed off camera and on condition of anonymity, telling WRAL, "We go to work every day wondering if we still have a job. People are just leaving their lifelong careers." That employee also pointed to ongoing efforts to recover from Hurricane Helene in the park. The storm damaged multiple trails and campsites, including in the Big Creek and Cataloochee areas. That employee adding, "We simply do not have the funds and staff to repair the damage." WRAL took these concerns to the National Park Service and Department of the Interior. So far, neither agency has responded. Earlier this year, the Secretary of the Interior, Doug Burgum, did issue an order requiring parks to keep all facilities possible open. Despite that order, half of the 10 Smoky Mountain campgrounds are currently closed. Of the campgrounds that are open, some, like Smokemont, still have areas that are off limits, locked away from frequent park visitors like Paul Zawicki.
This is like all the places I have truly have been.
Zawicki says he's a Trump supporter and backs many of the cuts Trump is making to government. But when it comes to swinging the axe at the national parks, Zawicki says the president has missed the mark.
He was supposed to be like the people's president, and like I was saying, the national parks, the Forest Service are the people's places.
Okay, so how should your summer plans change here? The experts we spoke with said be flexible. Some of those closures may last all the way through the summer. Consider alternatives, including camping outside the national parks, maybe in a state park if you want that park experience. And have patience for the park rangers who are still working and picking up the slack.